And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to This Week in the ACCC. I'm Chuck Sebastian for JockJive.com. Tonight we're at Marion Military Institute for tonight's first game of the ACCC season. And, of course, this is the team that historically went to the championships last year. Unfortunately got defeated in the first round. They are again predicted to possibly take care of business this year and make a return trip to the NJCAA tournament. Now, of course, they're playing the Mobile JV varsity team tonight. We'll have that game and that tip-off coming up for you about 7 p.m. Stay tuned. I got two special guests joining me here shortly. Coming up is Colonel David Mollahan and the Assistant AD for Cross Country, Christopher Lawrence, right here on This Week in the ACCC. Welcome back, everybody, to This Week in the ACCC. I'm here with the president of the university, the Colonel David Mollahan. And, Colonel, thanks for joining us on the ACCC this week. First off, tell us a little bit about what your position is and what you've got going for this school.
Okay, well, I'm the president of the college, and our whole focus here is two things. One, we provide freshman, sophomore year of college, just like any other school in the two-year system. But we also have the added benefit of our military environment, which has been around since the 1870s, and that really gives us an opportunity to teach leadership and provide for character development.
All the kids that attend the school here, are they all involved in the military in some form or another, or is it only a percentage?
Well, about half the students are actually on a military career track. They're either going through ROTC to get a commission in the Army, or they're trying to get into one of the U.S. service academies. And the other half of the students will transfer to any number of four-year colleges, but they all have the same military experience while they're here.
Is there a requirement to get into the school?
Well, there's a basic requirement, ACT score requirement that we have that's a little different than what the two-year schools in the community college system have. But generally, it's relatively open enrollment, just like we would see in any other ACCS college.
And the transfer, do you know what the prospects are for transfers for students to go to maybe a four-year school after this?
Yeah, the transfer rate is pretty high. If you take a look at our service academy rate, for example, which is essentially a transfer, close to 100% of our students that are on that track will get an appointment to a U.S. service academy. That's West Point Naval Academy and so forth. And then we have a very high percentage of students, especially our athletes, that will get scholarships at Division I schools and transfer to four-year colleges. Auburn, Alabama, Troy, Mississippi State, all manner of different schools.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. If you're out there looking to recruit and to bring more kids into the school, what do you have to say and how do you offer that to them?
Well, what I have to say is that the opportunity they have here is a true whole-person education. It's not just about academics. That's central to everything, but it's also developing the whole person. So when they leave here, they leave not only better educated academically, but they leave here better people with more advanced leadership skills and better developed character than their peers will have wherever they go from here.
You want to predict the score of tonight's game?
Well, I'll predict that we're going to have, I'll say it's going to be 84-72.
All right, sounds good. That works. Thanks, Colonel. We appreciate it. This week in the ACCC, we'll be back with the Assistant Athletic Director, Christopher Lawrence, coming up next right here on JockJive.com. Welcome back, everybody, to This Week in the ACCC. I'm Chuck Sebastian for JockJive.com. This time joining me is the Athletic Assistant Director, Christopher Lawrence, who is also the brand new cross-country coach. Christopher, thank you.
Sir, how's it going?
Let me ask you this first. Now, this is brand new here for the school. We talked a little bit off camera about this is a brand new program that everybody is going to be able to basically build from the ground up. How did you get involved in this, and how did it get started?
Well, we're starting it like you just said, from the ground up. It was something that the university or that the school decided to bring on. We did have before this wrestling, and they discontinued that program and decided to bring on golf as well as cross country. So those are the two new programs that we have, both men and women. So really, it's 4 additional programs that the school is bringing on.
And now, how many scholarships are awarded for each side?
We get 10 scholarships apiece on the men's side and the women's side.
How much of the cross-country experience comes from your own?
I have about 10 years worth of experience going from the University of Alabama, coached at Michigan, as well as Academy of the Arts, which is a Division II school up in the San Francisco area, as well as competing through high school and at the college level. So about 10 years or so experience that I'm bringing to the school.
You mentioned off air, too, that you worked with a couple of mentors and some pretty big names. You want to let the folks know who they are?
My biggest mentor while I was at the University of Alabama and still to this day is Harvey Glantz. He was the head coach there when I was a graduate assistant. And through that, we got a chance to recruit Karani James to the University of Alabama. That relationship developed when he turned pro and signed with Nike. I still work with him to this day. I got the chance to be with him in London when he won the gold medal. It's definitely it was a great opportunity and something that I cherish.
Now, will these guys come out to the university and maybe do a little pep talk for your team this year?
Like I said, we're really good friends, and any strings that I could pull to help get recruits here, definitely we're going to do that.
Now, one thing you mentioned, because this is a new program, you don't get to start in 2016. You have to wait until 2017. When does the season begin, and until that time, what do you do?
Our season will officially begin the fall of 2017, and until then, right now, what we're doing is a lot of recruiting. I just got back from California. There's some athletes that I was recruiting out there. The biggest cross-country meet in the entire world is out there, Mount Sac, and got done recruiting some really, really good athletes. They're the number 4 team in the state of California right now. It's California High School. There's some really good athletes out of there that I'm really looking to sign. So cross our fingers. Hopefully we get them out here.
All right. I asked the Colonel. He predicted a score. You want to predict a score tonight?
I just hope they play hard, no injuries, and come out with a W.
All right. Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. This Week in the ACCC will return right here on JockJive.com after this.
Alabama community colleges play a vital role in preparing students to go straight to work.
And lift off.
From North Alabama to the Gulf Coast and all points in between, Alabama students are highly skilled and workforce ready. Community colleges are making it happen.
Highly skilled employees for Alabama's workforce. Join me in supporting your local community college.
Workforce training for success.
ACCC. The defending ACC women's champion Shelton State Lady Buccaneers and the defending men's champion Marion Military Institute Tigers were chosen this year by the ACC coaches now to capture the women's and men's basketball titles, respectively. Now, the Lady Buccaneers were a unanimous choice, while on the men's side, Marion Military, Shelton State, Wallace State, and Alabama Southern received first-place votes. The 2017 ACCC tournament will then take place March 7th through 10th at Lawson State in Birmingham. Look for coverage on that right here on JockJive.com. Wallace State's volleyball team breezed through the 2016 Alabama Community College Conference Region 22 tournament, capping it off on Sunday with their 8th consecutive tournament championship at Tom Drake Coliseum. Wallace State sophomore Sierra Davis was named the tournament MVP, and the Lions beat Faulkner State for the second time in as many days. The Lions have won 40 straight ACCC matches, a stretch dating back to October of 2013. With that victory, Wallace State advances to the NJCAA Division I Volleyball National Tournament to be held in Casper, Wyoming in just a few weeks. Speaking of the All-Region 22 volleyball team, the ACC did announce the 2016 All-Region 22 volleyball team coach and player of the year. And on the first team was Kelsey Bivens of Wallace State Community College. Others that would made the team includes Tatiana Dale of Faulkner State Community College, Jordan Brisky of Southern Union State Community College, Sierra Davis, Wallace State Community College, Mackenzie Bearden of Wallace State Community College, Maddie Putnam, Sneed State Community College, Morgan Newton of Gadsden State Community College, Brianna Nolan of Southern Union State Community College, the player of the year, as mentioned, Kelsey Bivens, Wallace State Community College, and the coach of the year, Randy Daniel of Wallace State Community College. Congratulations to all those. We'll come back in just a moment. We're getting ready for tip-off of tonight's first game for the Tigers, coming up right here on JockJive.com. And welcome back, everybody. Well, it's almost tip-off time. We're just a few minutes away. Marion Military Institute taking on Mobile JV. And we'll find out if the Colonel and the Assistant AD are right with a W tonight and scores up in the 80s. Coming up right here on JockJive.com.